Hello folks, welcome back. In this lecture, we are going to deploy our UAT branch code onto the UAT environment. To do that one, we need to build our code, right? Of course, we have a Jenkins server to do that activity. So I'm going to Jenkins. Now I cannot use the dev job because it is going to take the code from the dev branch and also it is going to deploy into the dev environment. Instead of that one, I'm going to create a new job and I will name it as a taxi booking UAT I'm giving. And I can copy the job from means taxi booking dev. Whatever options are there in the taxi booking dev job, that it will get copied into the UAT. Then I will modify UAT branch, sorry, dev branch with the UAT. Okay, so now if you scroll down, you can see we got the git URL, credentials, and the branch also as a dev. But this time I don't need dev branch, right? I need UAT. And building options also same. And this time I don't want to deploy on the dev system. I want to deploy it on the UAT system. So what is the URL of UAT system? This is UAT system URL. So I'm going to give this one and colon 8080. Okay, so this is the default page. I'm giving this one in my Jenkins job. Sorry, here. Apply and save. So now what I can say, I have set up one more pipeline to build and deploy my UAT branch code. Now let's build this code. Okay, build is successful. Now I am checking my UAT environment, that is web app. I can change this one to the taxi grabber name. Okay, here you can see home and service, which means that whatever code was successfully working on dev environment, same thing is working over here. From here, I can go to the production as well with the same process. Nothing but again, I need to raise a pull request and get it approved by the two reviewers. Then I can move. But I don't want to display only these two tabs in my production. I need the complete code. For that, even developer 2 and developer 3 also going to add their code quickly so that we can deploy complete code onto the production. Before that one, what I will do, I will name, sorry, here, I will name this as a version 1. Okay, let me tag it as a version 1. Why? Because this is working fine, right? Create a new release. So for this commit, I'm going to name it as a version 1.0. Okay. Okay, sorry. Here we need to do the tag version 1.0 on dev or on UAT. I'm going to do on UAT. Okay. And release title, I'm going to give it as a home page and services. So I'm going to name it as a publish release. That's it. So this named it as a release 1.0. So now in case if I update my code and if it is not working, I will go back to the version 1.0. Version 1.0 is attached with this commit ID. All right. Now I'm going to push my code as a developer 3 and developer 4 as well. So this is developer 3. Now as a developer 3, I need to publish cars information, garage and drivers information, right? So I'm going to do that one. But before that, always git pull we need to do. Now I'm going inside to web app. Okay. Here I'm copying the developer 3's code. So as you know, code is available over here, right? He is responsible for drivers, garage and cars. Okay. Instead of opening and copying, we have another option in MobiXterm, that is drag and drop option. So if I go to SFTP, you can see here, whenever I drag and drop, it will go to the /home/ec2 minus user account. Anyway, from there again, I will copy it into this location. So, so cars, drivers, and garage. So I'm just dragging and dropping over here. Is some issue? Yep. You can see here it is copied now. If I go back to, or if I just do ls, let me make it bigger one. /home/ec2 minus user. Okay, you can see these three files. Now I would like to copy these files onto current location. So cp star I'm going to give. So whatever content is there, just copy it over here. And also I need to do few changes to my existing code, that is index.jsp. I need to enable those URLs. Okay, so I have updated code to work with the garage, cars and drivers information, and git add dot git commit -m added cars, garage and drivers info. Okay, now git push origin master, git push origin dev, right? So we have pushed our changes. Now again I need to build it, but this time again I need to build only dev job, not the UAT job, because there is no updates on UAT branch, right? So build now. This time on our dev system over here, we could able to see apart from home and services, we could able to see the cars, garage and drivers information as well. Now let's go and see. Okay, it is successful, and let me refresh it. You can see here now home, services, drivers, cars, garage information came. But whereas this is our UAT system, right? Our UAT system is still running with the version 1.0 only. Now we are updating our code on the dev branch. So always we are doing our experiments on the dev branch, and working code will be move on to the UAT branch. Now here it is working fine, but if I go to services, garage, all this information you cannot able to see. And also if I go to cars, you can see locations and page, this is not expected, like that, these kind of bugs. Okay, here home page itself is not working, there is bug again if I go to home page, it is working. So these kind of things we call it as a bugs. Developers has to fix all these bugs in the dev environment itself. If it is working fine, then we move to the next level. So now one last thing, as a developer 4, I'm going to push remaining all code so that it will be a complete application. So now as a developer 4, let's assume that apart from these, he has to push remaining all code. Okay, now I'm just going to copy entire code so that it will be the job of developer 4. Let's assume that I'm going to developer 4 system and git pull over here and go to web app. Okay, here I'm just copying all the code. So to copy it, again I need to use the SFTP over here, SFTP. So just drag and drop over here, it will get copied. Alright, I have copied all those files over here. Now if I check ls-l /home /ec2 user, okay, all these files are there. So I'm copying from there to here. I need to do cp, right? So instead of this one, cp/home ec2 user star to here. I want to overwrite, yes, because we have updated all this. So okay, it's copied now. And if I do ll, okay, complete code is there. Now he is pushing his changes. Git add dot git commit -m added dev4 code. Okay, git push origin master, dev. So this is how we can push our changes. Now I can say we have done the complete code. And if I go to my Jenkins and if I build the latest code, this is UAT job. And if I build the latest code, it should be having the complete options of my website. All right, build is successful. Now if I go and refresh it over here, it should work. Yep, you can see here home, services, drivers, cars, garage, locations, pages. All this information is updated properly. Everything is working as expected at this moment. There is no issue at all. Okay, even earlier home page was not working. Now it is working. Now I can say that this complete code is working. I can create or push these changes onto UAT branch. Now again one more pull request I am going to create it. So this time the pull request I'm going to create from the dev to UAT, right? And create a pull request. But whenever we are pushing from dev to UAT, only one approval is required. And the title I'm giving complete code. Same thing as a description. Create a pull request. So now again it went to the approval process. Only Revd can approve. I have already logged in as a Revd. So again if I go and refresh it, one more pull request is there and I need to approve it. Okay, is still could able to see the previous one. Yep, this is the one I'm expecting, and again I'm approving it. In case if I want to reject, I can still do that one, but hopefully you understand the concept. So even as a Viankles, I can merge this code. Now code has been merged. Now what I will do, I'm going to update or run my UAT job this time, not the dev job. And at this moment, this is the code on my UAT environment. Once I run this job, I could able to see the similar kind of application on UAT environment as well. So let's build now. All right, deployment is successful. Now if I check over here, yes, you can see it is similar to our dev environment, nothing but complete code we got on the UAT environment. Now it is ready to go to the production. There is no issues, right? So from UAT to production, I'm going to merge my code. So again, one more pull request, I'm going to create it. So new pull request. This time it is onto production from UAT, not from dev. Even I can do it from dev as well, but I'm doing it from UAT because I'm 100% confident that UAT code is working fine. Okay, let's create a pull request now. And I'm going to name it as a production code and create a pull request. Okay, this time we have created a pull request. Checking for ability to merge automatically. The branch has no conflicts. Okay. Okay, complete production code. Okay, yeah, I understand because as a admin I can able to commit this one. That is the reason I could able to do this one. If I have done as a Viankle user, it might not allow. But anyway, merge the pull request. I'm merging it onto production branch. So the first time I'm deploying my code onto the production, but I'm 100% sure that my production branch code is going to works 100% fine. Why? Because it is already tested in the dev environment as well as UAT, and at last we came into the production, right? So now let's quickly create a one more job for production and deploy it on a production system. So for that one, new item and taxi booking instead of UAT prod, and I'm copying it from the taxi booking UAT, and let's go. And here we need to change the branch as a prod, and here we need to give the URL of the prod system. Okay, so this is the prod system IP address. Let me go and connect to this system and start the Tomcat because Tomcat is not running on this system. So let's go to load key pair EC2 minus user. Okay, I'm becoming a root. OPT Apache Tomcat and bin. Here we have the application. So I'm quickly starting this application. For that, startup.sh. That's it. Now if I try to access my production server application from the browser, okay, we could see the default Tomcat page. Okay, this is default Tomcat page and we are trying to access it as a /web app, right? If I do web app, it is saying that there is no application with this one. Once we have run our job, we could able to see that one. So I'm going to use this URL into my production job, apply and save. Now let's build it. Once we have built, if I could able to access this application, I could able to see the my complete taxi grabber application. Is it build initiated? So build is successful. Let me refresh it. Okay, you can see here our production code is working without any issues, which means that our code is working as expected. So this is how we can deploy our application on the production. And now I will give this URL to my customer. He will have a look, and if he need any changes to this one, he will be advising, and developers are continue to enhance the code. This is how Git helps us to deliver our project on time to time, and also we can gain confidence of our customers that we are regularly working on their projects. Why? Because I can give the UAT environment URL or dev environment URL, so he can able to follow that okay, some progress is happening on his code. This is how Git helps to our DevOps process to deliver our applications or codes in efficient manner. Hopefully you understand that complete Git flow in the DevOps process. I hope I have almost completed with my Git course. Thanks for watching and see you in the final lecture.